I'm on the West Coast in beautiful Los Angeles, California, and I'm ready to see some racing. Hi, I'm Kate Bradar. For me, the only thing more exciting than watching the horses run is traveling to a fabulous track to do it. I'm here for the weekend with my friends Seamus and Brittany to see and do all that Santa Anita and the surrounding area has to offer. And we can't wait. Santa Anita is steeped in racing lore. Everywhere you turn is a celebration of the sport. Even the architectural details of the grandstand mirror the history. Behind me, the statue of Zenyatta's.
This is unbelievable! Zenyatta!
It's just one of many art pieces that immortalize some of the greats that have raced here.
It's John Henry getting to the front by one length.
And Seabiscuit, of course, has a proud place of honor here as well. So this is the home of Seabiscuit. During the Great Depression, Seabiscuit was probably the best, the most well-known racehorse who gave hope to a nation. He was little in size, but huge in stature. In fact, they made two major motion pictures, one starring Shirley Temple and another more recently, just a few years ago, that was shot right here at Santa Anita.
He was an underdog. He tried to win the Santa Anita Handicap 3 times before he finally won it, in the 3rd time, and people identified with it.
Santa Anita, with its lovely paddock gardens, is indeed a park. And the infield, a splash of color against a dazzling mountain backdrop, is a great attraction for the casual racegoer.
There are 4 busts in the paddock gardens of 4 of the best riders ever. John Longden, Bill Shoemaker, Lefty Pincay, and Chris McCarron. One of the things about John Longden was he rode till he was 59, and he rode competitively. And when he retired, he was the leading jockey by wins in the world with over 6,000 wins. He decided that he was going to go out in the 1966 San Juan Capistrano, and they won.
Also in full view on the hillside is the famous turf course.
It's very unique. There's a pretty good descent, and we actually make a right-hand turn.
Down the hill the field comes, and then swings to the right past the old Lucky Baldwin wine house.
Lucky Baldwin was a really interesting, colorful character. We think about him as creating Santa Anita, and that was actually kind of the last part of his life. He didn't open that racetrack until 1907.
Opening day on December 7th, 1907, with, they said, 7,000 people in attendance. Imagine the population of Arcadia was 600, and 7,000 people came to opening day.
Across the street from the track is the Arboretum of Los Angeles County. Lucky Baldwin originally owned this property too, and built the Queen Anne Cottage in 1885 as a gift to his 4th wife. The house's bell tower was used in the 1970s TV show Fantasy Island.
The Fantasy Island house, this is hilarious.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. It was that for Lucky Baldwin. He built the Queen Anne Cottage specifically for entertaining. It doesn't even have a kitchen. They had to ship the food across the lake.
Well, it's a bit excessive, but it's a beautiful house.
In 1909, the state of California outlawed racing and the track was shuttered.
And so the track was closed in April of 1909, which was a month after Lucky Baldwin died.
23 years later, Santa Anita reopened.
The dream of the late sports entrepreneur, Dr. Charles H. Stroop, Santa Anita opened in 1934.
One of the people that wanted to open a racetrack was Dr. Charles H. Stroop, and they were able to build in time to open on Christmas Day, 1934. Dr. Stroop decided that he needed a great big tentpole race, so he decided to put up $100,000 for the Santa Anita Handicap.
From the stadium to the views to just the ambience, I think there's no place like Santa Anita, any place in the world, and I've raced and visited most of the great race venues.
This is a pretty special place, isn't it?
A lot of history here, and the first $100,000 race was run here.
It was the very first $100,000 race in the United States, and some people said, you're nuts, that's too much money. But he knew that if he gave that much money, he would get a lot of good horses, and he did.
16th of a mile to go. The bid in front by 3. A spectacular bid, winning the big cap. Ali Shevers holding on at the rail. Milwaukee Brewer knows back-to-back wins for Milwaukee Brewer over Congaree.
I mean, there's so much that happens with the Santa Anita Handicap. To focus on the older horses is absolutely critical to getting fan involvement, spectator involvement, and people really loving these animals as individuals.
Well, the Breeders' Cup, of course, has become this phenomenal series of races that everybody looks forward to in the fall. And Santa Anita is an ideal location for it. It's one of the best racetracks in the country. It's got these wonderful horses. It's in a beautiful location. It's a gorgeous facility. You've got the mountains. It also has wonderful weather.
It's a world-class event at a world-class venue. It's an unbelievable combination. They're the perfect site for the Breeders' Cup.
It's just, as a spectator, it is exhilarating to watch. You can't believe what you're seeing. I mean, you just can't see it anywhere else.
And Golden Sense goes all the way in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. And then it was Golden.
The excitement of seeing Zenyatta come down the lane will have to go down as the greatest moment in Breeders' Cup experience for me.
Zenyatta! What a performance! One we'll never forget.
Although I did hit a trifecta on one of the races that would rank a very close second.
So, think you're ready for a visit but not sure where to stay? If posh is what you want, book a room at the Langham Huntington Hotel and Spa. This historic establishment is tucked away at the base of the San Gabriel Mountains. This place is huge. Beautiful everywhere you go. Every place you look, there's the finest little details. It's just incredible. It doesn't get much nicer than this. It'd be easy to get lost here. As a matter of fact, I think my buddies did. Well, the tap room, that would be an appropriate place. Surely they're in here. Enjoying the view, and you started without me.
Hey,
Sorry.
Couldn't help ourselves. Look at this.
This is such a beautiful view. You look out and see all of Pasadena, you have the gardens below, and just a beautiful area.
Beautiful.
Look at how far you can see, almost to the mountains.
Yeah.
You know what I really want to do? Get a massage.
If I have to.
Looking for a room a little closer to the track? One of our favorite places is the Doubletree in Monrovia. It's close to the track with all the amenities you'd expect, and some surprises. You know, lying by the pool is probably the place I'd most like to be besides at the racetrack or around the horses.
Well, the most exciting thing about today is definitely these cocktails.
I would agree, and the cookies. This is, you gotta come for the cookies.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Great trip.
Wonderful trip.
Hungry yet? There are some great places to eat in the neighborhood. Asian culture surrounds Santa Anita and is served up on a silver platter at Din Tai Fung, a dumpling restaurant just down the street in Arcadia.
I love dumplings.
But this restaurant voted one of the best in the United States, top 10. This is such an amazing treat, and it's going to be your first time.
You are in for a treat.
Okay.
Voila. Bon appétit.
I've never tasted anything like those dumplings.
They're
Oh my goodness.
it's like a little explosion of deliciousness, right? Steaming hot.
So good. Now I know why.
I think we just made up our own tradition.
A couple miles north of the park is Sierra Madre. The quaint town square is filled with fun shops, delightful cafes, and a bit of the unexpected.
What's your favorite part about working?
Eating the grapes?
That's the historic City Hall over there. Inside is the original jail. That jail is now the smallest B&B
Ever?
in the United States. Sorry, I was totally distracted by Chili. I was scared to death he was gonna
trip over that.
Jeez. The jail inside is the smallest B&B in the United States.
Wow.
It is one jailhouse. They can only admit 2 guests at a time.
So do you get any famous people that come in?
Gary Stevens, the Jackie.
Uh-huh. He's famous.
Oh, what do you think? I get it shaved about every 2 weeks, and when I go in there, he knows more about racing than I probably do. I think he's been up there for over 50 years, and it's sort of like the barber shop in Mayberry.
The gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains were calling Brittany's name, so she decided we all needed a closer look. Seriously, that hike was easier said than done. But once we made it to the top, the views were well worth the effort.
You know what was amazing about that hike is that you could look out and see that beautiful view, looking down over Santa Anita Park and the entire valley, but still look the other way and see all the other mountains, the valley, the mist coming through, the sun coming up. It was gorgeous.
After a hike like that, there's nothing better than grabbing some breakfast at one of my favorite coffee shops in Pasadena. Pasadena is located just west of the racetrack and is most notably known for hosting the Tournament of Roses Parade. It offers sights, sounds, and shopping, and so much more. The architecture alone makes it well worth the visit. Summer evenings, the Santa Anita infield transforms into a world of music. Under the direction of Victor Venner, the California Philharmonic creates magic for the picnicking fans.
This is maybe the greatest venue I've had the opportunity of working in. But all you have to do is take a look at the view that the audience gets.
Ever wonder why Santa Anita is called the Great Race Place? Where else can you get all this?
And how long have you been here?
Inside Clockers Corner, 20 years.
20 years? It's been open that long?
Oh, it's been open since, I think, 1926.
An innovation extremely popular with Arcadians started in the West at Santa Anita in 1960.
So all racetracks have workouts in the morning. Some have breakfasts, but there is only one Clockers Corner.
Clockers Corner is definitely one of my favorite places on the planet, and I've been all over the world.
This is where the morning starts.
I cannot take my eyes off all these horses.
$2,000 horses on the backside, give or take. Any given morning, the majority of them are going to be out doing some form of exercise here.
So everything happens here, everything.
With people looking to buy horses, looking to sell horses. Wall Street at the track, that's right.
Everything go down here. But there's one thing, whatever they say at this counter, I'm like a priest. I can't repeat it.
Behind the scenes in the kitchen. And what's the morning workout?
It's it's not onion, is it?
Oh, no.
It has,
Keep talking to you.
Bob Baffert usually gets half a bowl of oatmeal, and blueberries, and a bunch of sugar and soy milk.
This is what they put in the tacos. Small dog biscuits.
A bowl of fruit, please.
This is the secret to the ingredients at Rosie's, okay? Biscuits.
As promised, flown all the way from wherever she's come from, South Florida, Pimlico, we're not really quite sure. Kate Breda. Kate, how are you?
I feel like, where's Waldo? I'm at Santa Anita this weekend, and I couldn't be happier, but Kentucky, a lot of time in Maryland, at Pimlico and Gulfstream, and then we're gearing up for Saratoga, so huge, huge summer.
And we also have this incredible tour, the Seabiscuit tour, which you get on the tram, and they take you all around the track. They give you a history of Santa Anita. They take you back into the barns. They show you all the stables. They give you like just a behind-the-scenes tour of what goes on here at Santa Anita Racetrack before the horses come out on the track.
When we go to the backstretch, this is home to about 2,000 horses on any given time. They're here almost year-round. It really is a whole community. Sometimes there's an assortment of other barnyard-type animals. A nervous horse will get a goat as a companion in the stall because it calms them down.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
And then a lot of manure.
Yeah.
The workers on the backside aren't the only tight-knit community at Santa Anita. The frontside jockey colony is a band of brothers and sisters who treat each other like family.
One thing about Santa Anita is you can have almost any experience that you want. You can come out for the races, bet the races, come up to the chandelier room. You can have lunch in the front runner, go out in the paddock gardens, and you can stroll around and look at all the history. You can come out in the morning to Clocker's Corner and watch the horses exercise. You can go in the infield with your kids for family fun days.
The infield is fun. A look at just a race or two from this angle adds zest to your day.
Any kind of experience you want, you can have.
The Santa Anita Grandstand is home to an assortment of drinking and dining options. Seamus slipped into Chef Eric's kitchen in Frontrunner and learned how to make a pizza.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, direct from the bar,
We're going to make some pizzas here, and pizzas are a big. Well, you've got a wood-burning oven.
Absolutely, we do, and it's currently set at 535 degrees.
So we're just going to start off with our regular pizza. Top it off right here. About like 4 ounces. Spread it all over. That's some of the best pizza I've ever had.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm just going to say it really well.
Are you about ready for some racing? Before the first post, I slipped up to the announcer's booth to say hi to legendary track announcer Trevor Denman. What is the toughest thing about the Dub? I'm sure it's not looking out at that view every day.
The view's magnificent. Toughest thing, I think, is keeping up your enthusiasm. You know what you're looking at. You let the horses tell you what to say. Enthusiasm, I would say, is the number one thing. And away they go.
Get it! Go!
first winner.
Very good.
I did well. I did well. For the Lux Track experience, you must spend time in the updated chandelier room.
Ta-da!
So impressed.
It's just the essence of Santa Anita. Elegance, all of it.
This is Gatsby.
Total Gatsby.
The bones are here, the structure is here, the chandelier, the opening, the architecture. You start to just want to go back in time and feel what it was like when we just opened.
We upgraded all of the technology in here, so you can see the flat tile televisions.
Talk about the ultimate man cave.
I think you have to understand that Santa Anita was built in the mid-1930s, and in the mid-1930s, the only audience was a live audience. And so that was when we had crowds of 60 or 70,000 people, and everybody would stand watching. So the facility was built for that live audience. As you roll forward 75 years, plainly our habits and our entertainment habits have changed considerably. I didn't believe the track facilities were in tune with where we are today, and I wanted to make that happen.
It's the tingle in the back of your neck as you see the race and the horses. You have that semblance of history, but today.
We've built outdoor dining seating to enjoy this great ambiance that we have. We've built private rooms for high volume players. We've built several rooms for a younger audience that wants to come in and perhaps share a different experience. I think we've built great energy into the spaces. Couldn't be more proud of the way this has come together.
Look at that view.
San Gabriel Mountains, the whole track, the palm trees. Oh, and that race that just happened.
This is a sport like no other, and I think we need to celebrate it. The thunder of the hooves, the colors of the silks, the characters that are here, the magnificence of these animals, the characters that are pervasive throughout our sport. Just the idea of coming and having a great fun time. I can't think of a better way to spend an afternoon than out here cheering for these horses.
Santa Anita. Beautiful track, perfect weather, and so much more. It truly is the great race place.